Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I have an important message today, and I hope you guys could receive it well, in the name of Jesus, period. So, in this time, y'all, in this season right now, God is in need of a big change, on earth, specifically on earth, where he is eager to find his children who are ready for change as well. His children who are tired of repeating the same cycles, who have noticed the corruption in the world, who have just noticed the unjust in the world, when it comes to politics or when it comes to religion, money, the poor and the rich, all of that. So there is a big need for change at this time. Big need for change. God has been so tired of earth. Okay, I want y'all to understand. He's been so tired of earth. All right? Not the planet itself, the humans. Okay? Not the animals, just the humans. All right? Because there's become such an imbalance where the hate has override the love. And as much as we want to focus on love, it just always seems to get drowned with hate. So that means that we need a reset. We need a reboot. A REBOOT, a reboot. Okay, because the hate is outweighing the love too bad, too much, too severe. So now God, he's really eager to find his children who are ready for this change, who see what is going on, who see the imbalance, okay, on earth when it comes to who's getting recognized and who's not getting recognized, who's doing this and who's doing that, who's taking care and who's taking care of that, who's giving and receiving, who's taking it away. Okay, so there's a big imbalance. And in this time, God is definitely seeking people of God or his children, because you might not be a person of God just yet. Okay, but this is why God is probably going to seek after you or have seeking after you, is because you don't have many attachments. Okay, hear me out when I say this. God is going after his children that don't have many attachments. I'm going to repeat that one more time. God is going after his children at this time. It's a cause. It's a big movement that is needed for change. He's going after his children at this time who don't have many attachments. You want to know why that is? If there is no room for God to come in and clear it out, he cannot move marvelously in your life. You cannot be getting the miraculous blessings you hear other people talk about because there's too much clutter in your garden. Some of you want overnight blessings, instant blessings, but it's too much going on in you. It's going to take time. God is looking for his children where it won't take that much time for them to surrender and be about him and walk this new path with him. If you are stuck in a condition, a controlling lifestyle, because of the way you were grown up, you were born into this relationship, this family dynamic, this religion, this politics situation, whatever it is, if you're stuck in something mentally, die hard about it. Feel guilty if you leave it. If someone tried to come and have a conversation with you and you cannot have a conversation about it, you're defensive about this. To the point where God can't even send someone in to have a conversation with you because you might be defensive towards them. God will leave you right there to the side. He will not forget about you. He will always remember you, and he will be waiting every day and watching you and leading you into progress. But trust me, it's going to take time with you. He has to get you out of that outdated thinking. Some of you have been used and abused so much you don't even know how to receive love at this time. Some of you have been conditioned to think a certain religion is the way to God. Okay, so God needs to get everything out of there. He needs to do a spiritual cleanse. Some of you are going through a detox. Okay? Because he needs you to be at a space of surrenderance where God is able to lead you wherever he needs to lead you at this time. He cannot lead you if you have too much other things controlling you. You will not be able to always hear his voice. He needs people that is going to be able to hear and identify his voice and know when God is telling them to go this way, and God is telling them to move here, and God is telling them to go talk to this person. God is telling them to reunite with this person. God is telling them to take this job. God is telling them to talk to this family member. God is telling them to talk to this friend over here. God is telling them to move over here, over there. You have to be able to listen to God and go where he is leading you to go. If you have a lot of clutter in your space, in your house is your spiritual house, even physically, as above, so below. So if it's already in your mind, it's going to happen in the physical. If you're in your mind like you need somebody, you're feeling lonely, you always want to have your friends around, your family members around, you never want to sit with yourself. In the physical, you're going to always be around people or always put yourself in situations where you feel like you need someone. You can't let it go because you need them, because you feel alone. You're feeling lonely. There's no room for God right there. You have to make room for God. You got to get rid of that relationship. You have to get rid of that friendship. You have to get rid of that family member. You have to get rid of that job. Whatever it is God is telling you or trying to pull you away from that is no longer serving you any good. It probably was serving you good a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. But at this time, maybe God is pulling you away for a reason, because he has something greater. But if you're still dealing with that, it's going to take time. Even if you're battling with a religion church situation, you could be manipulated so bad where it will take time for you to get out of that mindset. It will take time for you to release the religious spirits. It will take time for you to understand that God will work with all type of people, so you can't judge people. It will take time for you to understand that what you learned or what you thought was the truth wasn't really the truth. It takes a while to unlearn these things, and it will take time with you. This is why God is looking for his children where they don't have a lot of it's no baggage. He's able to use them any way that he needs because they believe. They're not stuck in that conditioned mindset thinking that, oh, this is demonic. Oh, this is bad. Oh, you can't do that and you can't listen to that. You know, if God is not able to use you in different ways and take you to different places to inspire different type of people, the type of people that people say, oh, God don't love or God don't care about because of how they look or where they working at, what they doing, how they talk, the language. You're not able to get into the streets. God need people that is able to get into the field at this time. God need people that is able to listen and be able to be led at this time. You ain't gonna be listening to him. You got so many spirits in your mind telling you, you gotta stay in this church. You gotta stay doing this. You gotta stay in this relationship, even if you ain't happy. You got spirits fighting with you in your mind. You fighting demons. That's what that means. You're conflicted in your mind. There's no peace in your mind. You something is telling you to go do this, and then something else is telling you, no, I don't want to do it. I'm content here. I'm good here. It's always that battle of do this, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Do this, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Do this, nah, I ain't gonna do it. God need people that's like, okay, this keep coming up. Maybe I need to do it. Maybe I need to act on this. Okay, what is this about? Even if you're not supposed to act on it, some of you need to act interested. You know, when something do come your way, try to figure out, what is this? Why is God sending this my way? What is going on here? What is it trying to tell me, teach me? What should I be learning about? You know what I'm saying? You get me? So at this time, God really needs children that is able to listen to him and follow him. Some of you, God is saying it's going to take time because of the way that you think, because the way that you judge others, because of the way that you go about things, because of the way that you praise Jesus. That's what I heard. Some of you, it's going to take time just because of that, just because of the way that you look at God or the way that you look at Jesus. He said even that is going to take time with me having to change that about your mind. Okay? Some of you, you're still fighting with if you should be listening to me or not listening to me. Who's this woman? Look at how she looking. You know, people got a whole bunch to say, especially with like my pictures and then the way I talk. You know what I'm saying? So people always judging. And you more than likely, you the folks that God probably really ain't working with right now, or he don't have you on no big leadership assignments because you're not able to lead the people. You still need some leading to be done to yourself. You still need to be learning. You still need to be following a leader. Some of you can't even get into the leadership position because you don't believe yet. You still stuck in old, outdated thinking. Like, we got to change the way that we look at things sometimes. Sometimes we be dead wrong. Maybe not dead, but we be wrong. You know, or people that taught us things, they was dead wrong, or they was just confused, or they were manipulated. They were controlled themselves. You know, they didn't know no better. They was experiencing neglect, and they didn't heal them childhood wounds. You know, daddy issues, mommy issues. Now they hate women. Now they arguing with every woman. You know what? That's the biggest red flag. Oh my Lord. If you see a man that's always ready to argue with some women, who's disrespecting women, that's the biggest gay flag in the world. Fuck a red flag. It's a difference between you liking what you liking and you just being gay and annoying. You know, it is a difference. There's some people that just do too fucking much. Just do too much. Cause women, we don't even be acting like that. You know, women, we carry ourselves in a whole different, come on now. Even the most ratchet women still be a little smarter than that. These men, some of these gay ass niggas now, sassy boots. Sassy boots. And if you feel offended to what the fuck I'm saying right now, baby, this channel ain't for you. Because, again, you could like what you like, but all that gay, rah-rah extra shit, arguing with bitches, acting like you hate a bitch, now you in competitions with a bitch because you want to be a girl, or you like men, that's fine, like your men. But don't forget what the fuck a woman is. Respect women. Respect women. When you get to arguing with a woman, especially unprovoked, that's telling me you got mommy issues. Your mom failed you. You still mad at your mommy for something that she did. And you could be mad at your daddy still, too. Maybe you don't know him. Maybe you feel like he alive, but you still don't know him. Okay? And that's real. That happens all the time. Shit. My daddy alive, but my siblings, some of them will probably say they don't know him, and he's still alive. Do I know him? I know him enough. But do we really, you know? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not exempt from this. But I dealt with that. That's not a reflection of who I am now. You know, because my daddy ain't my daddy or my mommy ain't mommy and how they supposed to. That don't mean that that's a reflection of me. That's the thing. That's what people got to work on. Just because of what you went through, y'all don't have to be a reflection of you anymore. People wouldn't know what you're going through if that's not a reflection of you anymore. You don't want to look like you've been through it. When you going through it, you going to look like you going through it. But when God bring you out of it, you don't want to still look like you going through it. Let them burdens go. You already got the victory, baby. Walking like you talking it now. Why you still holding on to that baggage? This is the thing. God can't work with some of y'all because you got the freaking baggage. Dang, how we get back to the word baggage? That's definitely going to have to do with the title. Something like that. You will already see the title by this video, but it's giving me something like, y'all need to let go of that baggage. Okay, you're not open enough. You're not optimistic enough. You're not curious enough. God can't work with you. He's showing you a specific number over and over and over. You over there like dismissing it, thinking that ain't a sign or a coincidence. Baby, listen to me. Listen to me. God keep telling you something over and over in your mind, or you keep seeing something over and over. You keep seeing a number on a license plate. You keep seeing something on a billboard, or you not even a number. You seeing words. You keep seeing a specific word, or you think of something and then you see it. And you brush it off. You don't think that's a sign. Baby, you one of the ones that God can't really work with at this time. Because he could be giving you messages and confirmations, but you don't see it. You don't get it. You don't understand it. You neglecting it. You're ignorant because you don't know. God need people who are trying to know. God need people who are curious, who are trying to seek him in different ways and understand him. We think that we know him. God is trying to get us to really know him because we thought that we knew him. And some of us, we were wrong as fuck. We didn't know him how we thought that we knew him. We was wrong. Some of us, God would have like, I didn't know you. I never knew you. Okay? And you don't want to be that person where God is like, I never knew you. We need to learn God the right way. Learn God his way. We can't be trying to fight it, trying to love him a specific way. No, get to know him on your own way. Do what makes you feel good and best and more alive. You know, you giving and you're happy. That's a whole different spirit you're carrying. Excuse me. Okay? Being able to give. That's why he said give in good cheer, right? Be of good cheer. Because it's just like that giving energy is amazing because you're going to get it right back. And because it just feels good to give. It feels good to see people happy because you can help them or you gave them something. It should lift your spirit up. You know, if you're doing it for the right reasons, that alone will lift your spirit up. It's the fact that they can use it. They're happy. They needed this. And you were able to answer that. Answer that prayer. Some of you, God needs you to go on missions to answer some prayers for his people. But you're not listening to the signs. You don't believe in signs. You rebuking everything in the name of Jesus. Jesus over there like, why are you putting me in it? You don't get it. He's trying to lead you to do things. He's trying to tell you or put your eyes on certain things. You keep missing the signs. He keeps showing you specific words or having songs come to you with specific lyrics, got you watching specific shows or movies or just seeing titles come across your screen that is really speaking to you, but you're not thinking nothing of it. God needs people who are catching on to the signs. This is how he speak. Some of you are so foolish and ignorant. You think God is just about to come sit on your couch and talk to you. It don't work like that. You need to learn God, his style, his way. You want a relationship with him, you got to be able to accept the way that he communicates with humans. He not finna come sit on your couch, baby. He not. What he gonna do is classify you as one of them people that need more time. He be like, I can't work with this person right now. They need more time. Maybe the next cycle they'll be ready. Some of you are missing your boats. The boat has sailed. And you got to wait till they come back the next cycle because you need more time. You need more time. No strings attached. You got to surrender all the way. You got to understand that God will strip you from a job. Even though you could have had the most faith in this job. You could have wanted this job for the rest of your life. When you go to God and he strip you from that, you got to be able to surrender and leave that. If not, you need more time. If God is pulling you away from addictions and certain things you've been doing or friends, family members, people that you're hanging around, the energy that you're consuming, and he's pulling you away from that and you're not getting the message to pull away, he's going to classify you as you need more time. If God needs you to be financially put in a situation or together so that you can help certain people with certain things, but now you can't really help or do what he already had planned for you to do in your life, he is going to classify you as you need more time. Some of you got $1 million thing, an idea, but you're not getting it to work. So he's classifying you as you need more time. He's ready to work with people that's ready to really take the risk, who's really walking on faith with him, who's really following him. Who's really ready to go sacrifice their son. People quote Bible scriptures all day. They quote that scripture. This is how I'm ending it. They quote that scripture with Abraham about making a sacrifice. But some of you, God is asking you to sacrifice. Sorry, my alarm went off. But yeah, some of you, God is just asking for you to make a small sacrifice. Way smaller than what he asked Abraham to do. And some of you not catching on that that's the sacrifice he needs you to make. You're not catching on that friend that needs to be a sacrifice. That family member needs to be a sacrifice. That show that you're watching and you're not doing what you need to be doing when it comes to your work or you're studying for school. You need to sacrifice that. That favorite meal that you keep eating all the time, every time of the night, that is putting on weight or making you unhealthy, giving you diabetes. God is saying you need to put that down, baby. You sacrifice that. That friend that is always negative around you whenever y'all come around each other, you got a negative vibe. It's not uplifting, happy. This person is cracking jokes on you, but it's always negative, stupid jokes. God is saying you need to sacrifice that friendship. A family member who don't really support you, who's grimy, who's deceiving, who's just jealous, who has like a Joseph brother spirit or a Cain spirit, who carry anything of the world, period. That's a friend that carry anything of the world. A coworker that carry anything of the world. And what is of the world? Jealous, hate, envy. That's the world. That's what I mean by of the world. And that's a lot going on in the world because why? The beginning, what I say, it's the imbalance on earth. So it's a lot of hate. It's more of the world over God right now. It's a lot of division. Politics are dividing humans. Okay? People forgetting who the true king is. People forgetting that God allows certain people to be in certain positions. Let them cook. People forgetting that if you trust in God, you following with God, why would you even, God will lead you and tell you what to do to protect you and yours, or tell you what to do to stand up for your community and stuff. Some of y'all just talking, complaining, but you don't go down to the county, to the state, to the city hall, nothing. You just talking all day and night, but ain't really going in to fight for nothing. Just talking, complaining, but don't go down to nothing, no meeting or nothing to state how you feel. That's the same thing with school. Some of y'all hate what's going on with the schools. You talk shit about this. They ain't treating your kids right with this, but you don't even go to a parent-teacher conference, baby. You not there every time that you need to be there checking in. You should be there like a civil rights movement for you, your kids, and everybody else's kids. Since y'all care so much, that's what God needs. So if you ain't doing all of that, that's probably why people do be worrying, because they not doing that. Because people that is of God walking in their way, they know they can't nothing get in their way. When you walking in your way, on your path, on your dry ground that God made for you, your path he created for you, you got to block out the noise. Y'all know my message I just dropped about the Red Sea. It's going to be a lot on both sides of you. But God made that clear path, okay, on dry ground through the Red Sea for you. You can't be distracted by that. You got to stay in God. You got to stay in God. You can't be in the world. You cannot be distracted by what's going on in the world. You got to be attentive. You got to know exactly what's going on. Don't be stupid. Know that somebody is, when they was going through the Red Sea, they knew that the Egyptians was following them. Know that it's a target, Know that you got to keep moving. Know that you can't look back. But also know that you'll be fine, because you're walking down the path that God needs you to do. This is why you need to be being led by God, making sure that you're being led by God too, But yeah, I'm going to end this here. So yeah, God just needs people that is ready to surrender for real, their old ways of thinking and what they thought was going to happen and how they thought their life was going to be. Because sometimes we be dead wrong. And it's okay to be dead wrong. Because the faster you know that you're wrong, is the quicker you'll be able to clean things up and get it right. So God don't care about that. It ain't never too late. If you hearing this message right now, you could change today. You could change tonight. You can make that smoothie. You can make that tea. Start detoxing your body. Maybe this is something that God been telling you to do, a cleanse on your body, heal your body, take care of your body, do some self-care. Go get your hair done. You do your hair yourself. Wash your hair. Go sit in the shower for extra long or something, okay? Take care of yourself. Listen to the signs. If your body is telling you to do something, listen to it. Because it could be God telling you to do something. You want a relationship with God, you got to get to know God. Know his love language. Learn God's love language. A lot of us are selfish. We asking God for this and that and this and that. Want him to understand our love language and bless us in things that we want. But we have not learned how to even communicate or understand his love language, what he needs and wants from us. How he even talks to us. Some of you don't even know how God can even speak to you, or you can't even say, oh, God said this to me, or God told me this. Because some of you, God ain't speaking to. That's one. And some of you, God is trying to speak to. But you got to make sure that you're catching on to the signs. He's not going to come sit on your bed and talk to you like I'm talking to you on the phone right now. Honey, it ain't working like that. It is not working like that. Even when people tell you stories, you could go listen to testimonies. It's inner. You will feel God's spirit inside of you talking through your mind. We have stories in the Bible where he sent his angels down. Or we heard his voice, but it sounded like thunder. You think God is about to be talking right now just to come talk to you, to give you a sign every time because you can't catch on to the universe signs. You think he finna come sit on your couch every time he needs you to do something. His big, humongous voice, how powerful his voice is. He can't hide who he is. He needs you to learn who he is. Okay, so that you can understand how to communicate with him. And we only say he because it just go like that in English. But he's a spirit. It's a spirit. But it sounds weird if we call it a it. You know? It sounds weird. And I know that there was he's and she's. You know, so we're going to call him a he. Even though we know God is very, 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 very woman-like. He understands women. But I think that's because women are more open or eager to just following that fantasy as opposed to some men who's more logical and practical. So, you know, God needs people who's a little insane. He does. That's how we ended this. God needs you to be a bit insane. You have to be insane to believe in God anyway. People think you're crazy when you're talking about God. Again, because he's not coming on your couch to talk to you. So they like, how you believing in God and you never even seen him? He never came kicking it with you in your house. This is why you got to be a little insane. So if you got to be insane just to believe that God is a God, or God is real, or God is even leading you and guiding you when you're talking about God, then you have to be insane when understanding the signs that he's going to give you to show that he's talking to you. You're asking him for answers. He's giving you confirmation, but you don't want to accept the confirmation because it's not standardized Christian way. Unlearn what they taught you. Unlearn what they taught you because they caught you. And if you don't get it together, baby, it's going to cost you. Catch you on my next video. Bye.